So the numbers party is a fancy way to invite intuitive entrepreneurs to, well, any entrepreneur who doesn't feel excited about working with numbers, trying to understand what they're saying, and inviting everyone to have this habit of working with your numbers on a regular basis, because your numbers is crucial information piece that will be individual to anyone. And if you don't know your numbers, well, technically you need to know your numbers by heart, so to speak. But the best next solution would be to have access to your numbers, where you know that you collect stats, you collect kind of numbers that tells you about your growth or decline. You don't need to do the collection process necessarily yourself. You can outsource it to your VA, but you need to be on top of your numbers. You need to look at your numbers. And it's better to do it. Easiest way is to do it once a week, at least very minimum once a month. And like very, very minimum is once a quarter. But you need to look at your numbers. And especially if you want to grow a particular social media platform, then you need to focus on that platform, especially thoroughly in terms of numbers. But I will take you today through numbers, numbers party, but I called it the P.R.O.F.I.T method. So which gives you indications what you need to look at first and how they are interconnected, like all the steps that you do are interconnected. And if you watch this video on demand, on replay, you can post your questions in the comments and I will come back and answer. I will be using examples from my business, and then you can compare with your stats and you will know what to look at. So welcome to the numbers party.
Yeah.
Next time I will prepare and party gear. It will be like the party mode. So at the moment, this is free, like a demo version, but it will be exclusive to members of Magical Creators community or anyone who want to buy a ticket to this particular event. So this is your sneak peek what can be expected during this party. And I called it party specifically to remove this reluctance, resistance towards numbers, because it can be such a beautiful story. We can create made-up stories in our head that, oh, nothing works. I've been doing so much and nothing works. And when you look at numbers, they tell you a completely different story. They tell you that technically the concept is correct, but you're not taking the right steps. And that's why it's important to look at your numbers. And introducing the P.R.O.F.I.T method, we'll talk you through, and you can apply the same approach to each of the platform, to each of your goals as well. So the first one is plan, set your intentions, your goals. Obviously, it's the end of the month. Probably you haven't done like a numbers oriented activities. So it's a perfect opportunity to start. So for the next months, think about what are you going to track? Like, what will be your intentions? If you want to grow a particular platform, then this is your goal and intention. And then you also set goal like what you want to track. And I would recommend starting with your action, your activities as such. If you haven't done anything on regular basis, this would be your first action to start doing something on regular basis. Then after you have your goals, you would take a particular steps. Like if you want to be consistent, how many times you want to show up on with your activities. For instance, like Gudrun, you have started posting daily live streams inside the group. Perfect. This is your action and this is your measurement. It's not how many people watched those videos. Your intention is to show up daily. You're going to measure how many days you showed up. And maybe you can measure like whether it was easy, whether you did it willingly, whether you needed to have additional motivation. So you defined how you're going to measure your progress. And as I said, the starting point would be to do regular regular activities. So it's about strategies, what you need to do, whether you need to allocate time, and so on and so on. So you need to do a little bit of action taking planning. And then what you want to measure as well, like after you measured your action taking factor, after that you measure traffic and reach, because if you don't have those, if you don't have reach, it doesn't matter whether somebody is engaging or not, or you can't have the full understanding whether people are responding to your content if you don't reach enough people. And like your content can be really great, but if only 2 people saw it, then it's not that you need to change the content, you need to change the reach. And traffic and reach can be applied to your website, and traffic and reach can be applied to your newsletters, but also with newsletters, take a mental note how many times you send it out during the month. With your social media presence, one of the platforms, how many times you showed up, and then you look at the reach, like how many people saw your posts, and only then you will get onto the engagement. So you need to see how many people actually saw your content. For each of the platform, it will be like different. But let's say YouTube, if you increase number of times you publish your YouTube video, it can increase reach. Reach can be increased by putting different titles on your videos and doing the research, what people are seeking. It can be different, like for Instagram or for Facebook as well. If you put video, chances are, or like video reel, that you will get a better reach than just a post. And then you track the engagement and you track the interaction. If your goal is to be consistent, you disregard this number, like it's a bonus. If you get the engagement, it's a bonus. If your goal is to increase reach, again, engagement is secondary in this case because everything is defined by your goal. So if you want to improve reach, you focus on that, and everything else is secondary. When you decide, okay, my reach is now great, I'm reaching, let's say, well, 100 is not enough, but if you start from 0 and you reach 100, then it's fine. Let's say if we measure the reach in thousands, again, it's different platforms will be different measurements, but I'm just giving numbers for the sake of demonstration. So when you reach, let's say, 1,000 people, and then you start looking, okay, this content get more engagement, I will produce more of this. People were really invested into this engagement, I will produce this. Next one, then you start analyzing your results, and this is what we will be doing together. And usually on these sessions, I will do the demo with my platforms, but then you can look at yours and you can ask me like what this number means and so on and so on. Especially when you go with a particular platforms that you want to grow. Another way how you can interpret your results is put kind of, you can say, use ChatGPT, and you can say, I want to analyze how my channel performed. What kind of data you need from me? It will tell you, and then you take a screenshot or take a note and put into ChatGPT and ask it to do the evaluation. But again, so evaluations need to be interpreted against your initial goal, right? If you wanted to show up daily and you didn't get a lot of reach, it's a good result because you showed up daily. So this is important to know what are you interpreting. And then based on this, you will set goals for the next 30 days. For instance, if you manage to show up every single day, now you start looking, okay, this content was performing better. Let me do more of that content. So this kind of will help you to refine your next steps. This is what will help you to create your personal action plan. So do you have any questions so far? If you watch the replay, you can respond. Okay, so Rebecca, I know you are working with Instagram, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what is your current goal or goal for July? Have you set yourself a goal?
I haven't, no. My goal for May was start and do it every
Yeah.
day, which I did do. And then my goal for June was continue, which I did. So yes, maybe up for that.
Okay, so I would say maybe go for more specifics, like continue, but set yourself like your personal target, like what would be a minimum amount of posts you want to put during the week.
There have been pretty much hitting daily something
Mhm.
on
Okay.
there. I haven't been as good at doing them at different times to Facebook. Sometimes if I schedule it,
Yeah,
then I
yeah.
do. But if I make it on Insta and then it starts being download it, do that, then I just think I'll just put it on together.
Okay, so that's good. And I know that you have presence on Instagram, but you don't bother with it, right? It just and it's fine. So it's like a perfect example that while we want to be omnipresent, but when you work on a particular platform and you grow, you can neglect other platforms as well. Like build gradually, start with one platform and give it your all, and then you can expand on others. You don't need to dominate social media world on every single platform. Okay, so on Instagram, I have 4 Instagram accounts, but I decided to let go of one, like completely forget about it. And I'm focusing, well, travel account is also on the back burner, but I probably will pay attention in July. But what I was focusing on, and just to give you like a demo, my intention for Magical Creators Live was to revive this account because I've been neglecting it. It was in dreadful situation, like I was maybe posting sporadically, but I wanted to increase views. It wasn't even intention to post daily. For me, I wanted to see whether I can take it from the dreadful situation where it was to better views. So here, this measurement was taken on 27th of June, and you can see I've reached 1,000 accounts in the last 30 days. What I love about Instagram now, if you take desktop version, it will, and you can see, so this is from desktop. When you click on view insights, it will take you to a beautiful table that I took screenshots, and it will give you that overview that you need to know about your post. So what I did specifically for Magical Creators, I changed my bio and I was posting reels. So this was main things that I was doing. Well, I put intention energetically that I'm going to grow this platform, and I also put the reels. And so this was on 25th of May, and you can see it was 28 accounts reached in the previous. The growth wasn't that massive, but my intention wasn't growing the account. So again, like coming back to what you said, the intention. Yes, we want number of followers, but reaching more people is more important. Like I would take reaching 1,000 accounts to having 500 followers. So reach is better in this instance. So, and then when I clicked on the insights, it gives me, I like these numbers like 11, 11. And I also made 33 slides here. So I kind of like how universe talks in numbers. But so when you look at your reach specifically, you can see that so blue color is followers and dark blue is non-followers. So predominantly I reached more non-followers. So for non-followers to start following, I would need to invite to give them call to action, kind of subscribe. But what I want to make sure that my followers see the information as well. So usually posts would do better. The reason why I have post just a little bit because there were only like 2 or 3 posts. It was predominantly Reels. But what I know, like I'm planning for July, that I will repurpose the content, what I posted on Reels, I will put as a post and present it on Instagram. So more followers will see my posts. And so it shows you top content. Again, it's not too many numbers, even for the top content, but in comparison, what it was before, like it was under 50 before, because it was very neglected account. So reach kind of I established. I want to, for the next month, I want to increase reach, but I will also want to increase reach specifically for followers and working on stories, because, you know, stories were neglected this time. And then I look at the engagement, and can you see again, 44. So the angel numbers seem continuous. So here, engagement-wise, engagement came from followers only. So that's why I want now reach to go to followers as such, and more or less the same engagement on top reached. So profile wizards. So and by the way, here it gives you when your audience is online. It's very average numbers. It's not precise, so you can play with it. But so basically, profile visits, it means that 52 people visited my profile, but there are not 52 new followers, only maybe because some people unfollowed, some followed. So it's probably it were like four or five new followers. So 1 in 10 converted. So I know that I want to increase this number as well. Okay, and then very quickly, high impact happiness. This was no goal whatsoever. Like I continue posting here, more or less. It wasn't neglected because I was very active on stories, but the reach in the beginning of the month, it was 8.6 thousand, and it went down to 2.2. So just happened. But and you can see that predominantly, again, it was non-followers, and Reels are performing better. And what was strange to see is that non-followers watched my stories, because usually stories are for your followers. Non-followers are rarely in your stories. I happen to catch some of the non-followers on stories as well. But I can see from both of my accounts that the Reels is go forward in terms of getting more reach. So engagement as well, like not so much, but I had non-followers engaging on my account. So, and profile visits as well and I can see that people were clicking on links, but not so much. It's only 3. But the thing is, with this, I have lost. It was 1730. I lost 10 followers, and for some reason, because Instagram started cleaning, and if it's where a bot, you can lose followers. So don't be discouraged if you lose followers. So it happens. Now with YouTube, let me just quickly know, Rebecca and Gudrun, do you plan to do anything on YouTube?
Yeah, I do a bit on there. I started putting bits on, and I do every so often. So yeah, it is kind of, what do I call it? Fledgling.
Okay. So with YouTube, I'm not going to go into details, because on YouTube you can spend hours and hours looking into analytics. The fastest way is go to ChatGPT and ask like what kind of data you need from me to help me analyze my channel, and then
Okay.
you go to YouTube analytics, and there are so many kind of points of information that will tell you what is happening with your account.
Okay.
And so YouTube, the thing is, YouTube, you can get reach even when you don't post your videos. But again, start with, you want to post regular videos at least once a week. and then you can increase. So you can see this is my high impact happiness account. I put 2 videos, they generated 88 views. So YouTube wasn't the platform I was focusing on. And Magical Creators, I didn't post any videos, but the old videos generated 73 views. And this is why it's good in terms of like YouTube will work even if you don't work on it. But you go deeper into analytics, and you can go video by video, and it will show you whether your YouTube thumbnails are working in terms like if you get the impressions, whether people are clicking through, and so on and so on. So very quickly, Pinterest. And Pinterest, if you have a website, if you write blog posts, you want to have Pinterest account, because this is a vehicle that will drive traffic to your website. I posted maybe 5 new pins this month. Want to do more, but even though I had under 1,000 without doing anything on Pinterest, it was around like 900,000. But then when I put like those 5 pins, I went up to 3,000, and people were saving like 50 saves in 30 days. It's a good indication. So the interesting part, and I will show you what I've noticed, and I decided what I'm going to do. This is the pin that I created in 2022 when I did interview with Curly about feng shui, and this is information technically outdated. It just it's what you need, what you can do in each of the areas of your house. I have so much impressions, and it was posted 2 years ago, so many saves. So what I decided to do, and this brings also it's a blog post on my website, and it's the most visited page on my website. So what I decided to do, rather than why they're going there, like I didn't want to be indexed by Google that I am feng shui expert for feng shui for business. So I decided that I'm going to update the blog post with information that Curly is talking at Our Way Went on 9th of November. So when people are landing there, they will be taken to given this additional information. And so I know like this type of pin works especially well. So I can present future information the same way. But as I said, I would highly recommend to use Pinterest into your mix.
For Pinterest, when you say about having a blog, if your blog's on Medium, can you link that to Pinterest? How does it work? Or do you do it?
It doesn't matter. You put just you create a pin and you put a link, and link can go wherever. A link can go to your Instagram post, link can go to your LinkedIn, link can go to your Medium as well, to your YouTube video. So Pinterest is a traffic driving engine.
Okay. So I've never ever used it. I've only ever used it if I want to make a cake or look some, you know, I've never done it from the behind the scene, you know, set up anything on it.
Okay. But you can check whether there are like, well, you don't need to check. I can tell you EFT is there. So it's present on Pinterest.
Okay.
So with the website, I use SiteGround, and it sends me statistics. It can be built in your WordPress or in Google Console now. I'm trying to kind of find my way around as well. But what I can do, and I will be taking screenshots from Google, and I will be putting in ChatGPT and ask me to interpret it. But now what I do, I start kind of taking a screenshot for the websites and how many page views I had. Like on High Impact Happiness, it was 3,000, and I had under 1,000 unique visitors. And I know that in the beginning of the month, it was 500. So it grew. So what you want to compare on month by month basis. Why I say that doing it once a month, it's a great comparison, what you did before and what have changed. But here it's also important that I set intentions that I want to change my website. I want to make it like a working tool. And so when I received this search click from Google, that it was clicked again, it was this feng shui blog post that did the majority of work, which I didn't want, but still. but it kind of setting intentions. This is what you want to do. And with a website, when you put a new content on, like fresh content, Google will love you for that. And then for magical creators, it was under 100, and now it's 300, and also page views grew from maybe 300 that was before to 965. So I consider it as a success. So yeah, this is it. All my 33 slides. Questions, I'm happy to answer questions. And also for those of you who are watching replay, you can put them in the comments.
If you, when I mean, Insta is so new to me. If when you click on, and I'm normally on my phone, so I know you've just said go on the desktop version, so I haven't done that yet. But when you look at insights and say one's got 3 plays and one's got 119 plays, how do you know what it is about it that makes it a thing that's got more plays?
So it depends on, like, if we talk reels, it depends on the time when you post. One of the factors. It can be, for one, you can use trending music and it took off. For some, it may not. And so you can see, like, when you have more data, hence why it's important to put content, like every day you get more data to work with, and you can notice patterns. So I know, like, if I post early in the morning around 7, I will get better views straight away. A particular sound, or maybe like a shorter reel, will get more views than a longer reel. So,
and how, when you say about what time you posted it, is there a way of seeing that, or should I be tracking that?
It's very visual. I just noticed, like, it tells me.
No, what I mean is, if I go back on it now, will I be able to see what time they were posted, or should I have
no
taken note of that? No, so
yeah,
okay.
So, but you will be able to see the date only. So
yeah, okay.
But it's interesting with the impressions, for example, with LinkedIn. I see that people that I have got, let's say, 120 impressions, and I don't know what that means. There are some people liking and few people commenting, very few people, but a lot of impressions.
So impressions is how many times LinkedIn showed your article. This is like, if I open my LinkedIn, and whether I will see your article.
Okay.
And I haven't included LinkedIn because I didn't bother with LinkedIn this month, so I didn't put. But yeah, so with LinkedIn, you will see if you have a page, like a business page on LinkedIn, it gives you stats there, like how many times it was visited. With your posts, you will see the impressions, and you will see like number of likes and number of comments. So the number of likes and comments, it will be engagement, and impressions is equivalent to the reach, right? So they may not look at the screen when it popped up, but it popped up on the screen. So this is an impression.
There's a difference between posting and writing an article, isn't it?
Yes and no. Well, you can write an article and then you can share it in your feed. But it will be on your profile as well, like posts and articles. And articles, they are they sit in the article part, and post is something that you you can post, let's say, several times. You can repost other people's stuff. You can repost your articles that goes into your feed. Sometimes it's when you write an article, LinkedIn may choose to notify other people, like your audience. I think there is a button saying like post it all of your followers, or it used to be like that in the past. Haven't written an article in many months, if not years, on LinkedIn. But I know that when I was back in 2015, when I wrote an article, it was picked up by one group and featured, and it was so it brought over 1,000 followers in one day. right? Also, what now Instagram kind of pushes, it says you were chosen to comment on that article, right? So you can add your piece, and this is how you can be featured. So you work through the ecosystem of LinkedIn, and you play with the bells and whistles that they want you to play. On LinkedIn, a video will get more views.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
you may want to do your daily videos as well. Well, you can do it in Magical Creators. You don't, like, next time you're doing Magical Creators, you don't need to say, hello, Magical Creators. You can just say, today I want to talk about this topic. And then you can download your video from Facebook group, if you like it, and upload on LinkedIn.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah. Yeah,
So,
but I'm getting into the groove, actually, and I hope, no, I don't hope. I will commit, and I stay committed. And with Mel's tapping video, I'm really committed. I'm doing that every day.
Very good.
Yeah, that's really great. So it's consistency. And my surprise from May to June, when I'm reading what I wanted to accomplish, I didn't accomplish anything of the numbers, nothing of the numbers. But there was one thing with poetry and business to land in a bigger company, or something blue will come, and that happened.
Yeah.
And this is really, I don't know how this makes sense for me, but I don't know. It's just with the numbers, I'm not that lucky as with another way of manifestation. I don't know.
Yes, but numbers don't need to be a part of manifestation.
Yeah.
Numbers are more for measurement purposes, right? So, and it's also like indicators what you can do, right?
Yes.
Because like with lending that opportunity, right, with the poetry, you opened up just for that opportunity when you set your intentions, right? With numbers, let's say, again, with numbers, you can't predict algorithm work. Like, it can pick one of your videos and you will go viral, right? But what you control with the numbers is showing up every single day. This is in your control. And then you can set up that you want to grow, right? Like, for instance, for me and Magical Creators in Instagram account, I didn't post every single day. I didn't know whether it's, well, not true. I knew if I put the reels in, it will grow, right? It just works like that. But it was also because that was intention, it was drive behind it. I wanted to see the results, right? It didn't define me in terms of, like, if I didn't get the reach, I will look into, okay, reels didn't work for that particular period of time. So what else I can do? So this what numbers would tell me. And the same way, like, for instance, on TikTok, I'm creating videos there performing much better than videos I post on Instagram. And it's kind of, again, I'm fine with that. But it's just interesting, like, we can't predict more or less algorithm, but we can predict us showing up. So that's why don't be afraid to put bold numbers, because it will stretch you and it will give you ideas how you can show up. So it's like this guiding light. You may not hit it, like they say, like, aim for the stars. You may not reach them, but you may land on the moon. So this is the same.
Yeah.
So, and for instance, when we put our financial goal and we are not reaching that particular number, sometimes we can be kind of, what's the word? Disinterest in even trying. But talk to that number, like, have this conversation and visualization and seeing, like, how shall I show up to bring that number into reality?
Yeah.
So, because it can be demotivating when we don't hit the number, but also you can ask like, okay, have I made an offer? Have I grown my email list? I haven't mentioned, I'm surprised I haven't mentioned email list, but so in your numbers game, email list should be also a prominent part in terms of not so much how many subscribers you got, but how many activities have you done within the 30 days in order to invite them in. It's more important because this is you can control. So, and again, it's whether not enough people saw it or not enough people converted. When you look at your landing pages, like how many views your landing page with the sign up page, like the sign up box, got clicks. I found out that some of my pages, they don't collect email addresses anymore. Something got disconnected between my website and Aweber, and people are getting error messages. And I don't know like how many I have missed. I was oblivious to it. It's only when I looked back, I know that I need to rejiggle it now again.
Okay.
So this is how you kind of work with numbers.
It was just the idea that I'm realizing that I'm so focused then on the numbers, than on that was behind the numbers. This is just what's happening when I'm focusing on numbers. It's just like a fixed programming, and I'm only watching and monitoring the numbers, and that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it can be the case like numbers as such don't excite you and you need to find different ways. But also ask yourself, and you don't need to answer, but ask yourself in terms of what kind of meaning you're attaching to numbers. Right? Especially if you don't reach, or if you reach. I know that in the past, like I was putting like income goals just to prove myself that, you know, I can do it. Whereas when I put more holistic approach behind it, then it drives me. So think about what is it, what hitting that particular number or choosing that particular number means to you. Because technically it just is a measurement purposes. So I plan to do numbers party every last Thursday of the month. And it will be inside Magical Creators, and whoever wants to join, you can join, starting with a silver membership, or you can join one off, and it will be £22 per attendance. So, and then, so next time you can bring your screenshots from your insights, and we can work on particular numbers specifically.
Perfect. Thank you, Inga.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, have a great evening.
You too. Bye, everyone.
Bye, Inga.